Milwaukee and Ryobi have new tools.
We've got our hands on the hottest new miter saw before anyone else.
We've got new Benchmade's Vax, radios, hammer drills, high torque impacts, brad nailers, multi-tools, the craziest powered tripod you've ever seen, and $900 plier sets.
Plus another platinum tool deal from Ohio Power Tool. That's a staggering 75% off.
This is the Tool Show.
Welcome back, Tool fans. I'm Sarah, that's Rob, and we're going to jump right into the tool news, starting with Ryobi. We've been big fans of the Ryobi Link system ever since we made a video about the system 2 years ago. As a matter of fact, we're still using that system today in our garage. This week, Ryobi expanded the system with a new accessory that brings the Link system to all new places. That is the all-new Ryobi Link accessory rail. It's a tiny 2-slot link rail that you can easily attach anywhere that you want it, turning even the smallest places into link-compatible storage. You can add one to the edge of your workbench to keep tools, accessories, or hardware close. You could even put one on the door of your pantry or cabinet, bringing the Link system inside the house. There are also mounting points on the side of Ryobi wall-mounted cabinets. Best of all, you'll be able to pick them up this September for only $15 for a 2-pack. Suddenly, we're going to have Ryobi Link everywhere.
Milwaukee's still recovering from their pipeline explosion of new tools from a few months ago, but the occasional addition still finds its way into our inbox. And this week, they announced the MX Fuel Vibratory Screed Bar Adapter. This little piece of steel allows the MX Fuel Vibratory Screed to now accept L-shared bars, specifically 4-foot to 16-foot L-shared bars. The MX Fuel Vibratory Screed has the power to pull a 16-foot bar and consolidate concrete up to 6-inch deep, and delivers up to 2 hours per charge with a 12-foot bar. The adapter features a clamp-on design that allows operators to easily attach and remove the unit quickly. If you're already using the MX Fuel Vibratory Screed and want to start using L-shared bars, you'll only have to wait until September, but be ready to chuck over $299 for the privilege. Last year, our production crew members all got together and bought me this very nice cowboy hat. Now, I don't remember exactly why you guys felt I needed one, but I immediately fell in love with it, and Sarah likes it on me, so that's a win.
Yes, I do.
With that said, I've always felt like I was missing something when I wore it, though.
These. You're missing these. Tecovas cowboy boots.
And you promise it's not just because we saw these on Yellowstone?
Yeah, I promise. Rip.
There it is.
If you're not familiar with Tecovas, they're a company born out of love for cowboy boots. They're known for their authentic craftsmanship, rich materials, and timeless styling that always looks good.
And they just happen to make you look like Rip from Yellowstone.
Wait. There you go.
Thank you. Now, this specific pair are Tecovas Cartwright boots in scotch-colored goat hide. And just as promised, they were comfortable on day one. They're known for their broken-in leathers that feel great as soon as you slide them on.
The boots are made by hand in over 200 individual steps and are always made with premium leathers. They also promise that you'll feel comfortable and confident wearing them. Is that true?
You know, making me an additional 1.5 inches taller than you isn't necessary, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I do not mind that at all.
All right, now that I've got the hat, the shirt, and the authentic Tecovas, am I a cowboy?
Yeah, just enough. Because you look like Rip.
I'll take it. Click on the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to get your favorite new pair of boots today. So Hilti announced
No, keep that on for the rest of the show.
The hat?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got it. Hilti announced their second major expansion of the Neuron 22-volt line of industrial-grade power tools back in January of this year, and one of the more surprising additions was their incredibly impressive cordless dual-bevel sliding compound 12-inch miter saw. Sarah and I saw it at the Hilti event in Liechtenstein, and were impressed by the power, features, and ergonomics. So when 9 months later they asked if we wanted to try one out in our own shop, I jumped at the offer, and today we're going to give you guys a hands-on look at the most expensive and best spec cordless miter saw that we've seen yet. So this absolute work of art is Hilti's brand new Neuron SM6022 dual bevel sliding compound 12-inch miter saw. One of the first things you'll notice in person is just how large and solid that this saw is. It actually rings in at about 60 pounds, which doesn't sound all that portable, but Hilti likes to remind us that they consider this a semi-stationary tool, which means on most job sites you're going to move it into position and leave it there. The next thing you'll notice is the zero back, this flat part of the saw that allows it to extend out the front without changing its profile in the back. The reason they do this is so we can push this far up against a wall and not need to take up nearly as much space on the job site. Matter of fact, you don't even need to come to the back like you do on a lot of other miter saws to adjust the bevel. All that is done up front. Let me show you. If you look at the front handle, it works like a lot of other miter saws. We've got a twist a lock and we've got a trigger to adjust your miter left and right. It'll go 60 degrees to the right and up to 52 on the left. Now, as I mentioned before, adjusting the bevel means you don't need to walk around to the back of your saw, but instead you use this little handle here. You lift that up and it will go up to 48 degrees in either direction. But probably the most unusual part of this saw, and something I've never seen on a miter saw before, is this little guy right up here on the top. That is a speed adjustment. It'll go between 2,000 and 4,800 RPM. Why would you need to adjust your speed on a miter saw like this? Well, it's because Hilti intends on you not only cutting wood with this, but aluminum as well, and that allows you to slow down your blade for doing just that. And just about everything on this saw that can be adjusted really, really easily. Like this right here, we've got a really easy flip out that allows us to extend out the table. We've got a simple adjustment in the back for adjusting the top part of our fence. And of course, if you don't need it, you can actually take it off, and it's got these little clips that allow you to store it right there on those rails out of your way. Now, Hilti also promises us that we're gonna have up to 90% dust collection by using this tube back here and hooking it up to one of their Neuron cordless backs as well. And of course, one of my favorite features on every miter saw, quite frankly, I think you need it, is a shadow line. So you know exactly where you're gonna cut. Which brings us to this stand that I got underneath. Now this is an optional feature which we don't have a price for yet. It folds up really easy. All of the latches are large and easy to grab. The legs fold right up underneath, and there's a handle that allows you to easily carry it around. So yeah, the thing is built like a tank. It runs on only one of their Neuron 22-volt batteries at a time. It's powerful. The being able to adjust to cut through metal and aluminum is really, really clever. Yeah. I think I like this saw.
Now, I can't tell you how nice it's been using that saw in our shop. My only complaint is in the stand. I don't have a lot of room for permanent location, so having wheels would have been nice. I've got a zero gravity miter stand from Delta that I adore and just might be moving it to that. Now, we don't have pricing and availability in the States yet, but they already have them in Europe, where the saw rings up at around $1,089 for the bare saw and $184 for the stand. Not sure how that will convert when it comes to the States, but I'm pretty sure it'll be cheaper. And of course, a 12 amp hour 255 Neuron battery will run you around $255. But if you're investing in a beast of a miter saw like this one, you probably already have one of those batteries laying around. When we get official launch dates, we'll pass them on to you. Until then, you'll all just have to come over and borrow mine.
Why do you do that? Now you're gonna have like 20 text messages from people trying to come over and take our saw.
Yeah, we'll have a miter party.
Oh my God, that's not a thing. Moving on to our favorite tool videos of the week, starting with Matt over at 731 Woodworks, who thinks he found a far cheaper alternative to the ultra popular and ultra expensive woodpecker measuring tools.
Doc over at Last Best Tool shared two videos that caught our eyes this week, starting with a beautiful set of CK Tool precision pliers that he found at a pawn shop for around 70 bucks, only to discover it's worth nearly 900. Why don't I have that kind of luck? His other video was about Benchmade's all-new Narrows titanium knife that cost a lot, even for a Benchmade, and I want it.
I will never say no to a Benchmade, no matter how much they are. Rob Robillard over at Toolbox Buzz is trying out the new Hilti Neuron cordless VC4X22 dust extractor, which Rob calls a tank on wheels for diamond concrete cutters.
Clint brought the new Milwaukee M18 Bluetooth speaker into the tool review zone, and let's just say the zone will never be the same again.
Clint seems to have way more fun than anyone else reviewing tools. It's not fair. Taylor at Tinker with Tools shared 2 different DeWalt videos this week. One was a deep dive into the all-new DCD 1007 hammer drill, while the other covers DeWalt's new DCF 860 impact driver and compares it to the 7 other DeWalt impacts that you can choose from. Calm down, DeWalt, gosh.
Mark Thomas is using the new Milwaukee M12 18-gauge brad nailer, which is the most compact brad nailer he's ever used. It also seems to work pretty well too.
Torque Test Channel got their hands on the all-new Flex FC1472Z Gen 2 half-inch high torque impact that claims some ridiculously big numbers. We're talking 1,200 foot-pounds. I mean, unless, of course, you use their 6 amp hour stacked lithium battery, then it hits 1,700 foot-pounds. Those are some very big claims, and TTC is ready to find out if they're true.
Tools and Stuff brought out his Makita multi-tools, one being an 18-volt LXT and the other an XGT 40-volt Beast, to see which makes them different, besides voltage of course, and make sure that you buy the right one.
Tim Johnson at Shop Tool Reviews has the new rigid 18-volt brushless oscillating multi-tool and highlights all of its improvements. He is also the first to get his hands on the insane new Ryobi tripod/battery thing. The PCL 691 tripod is tri-power, which means you can power it with either an 18-volt battery, a 40-volt battery, or plug it in. But the unusual part is that top. It's a literal Ryobi battery post, so you can drop all kinds of Ryobi tools directly onto the tripod and then power them.
I would put a drill on top of that tripod the moment I got it out of the box.
That's probably why they didn't send one to you.
Probably. Last of all, Jake he decided to try out the Heart Stack storage system to see how the budget-friendly alternative stands up to the big boys. And I bet you'll be shocked by how much more you can get from Heart with a really small budget.
It's time again for our Platinum Tool Deal of the Week from Ohio Power Tool. This week we have something for our DeWalt fans. It's the $319 DeWalt 20-volt max 5 amp hour 2 battery starter kit. With our code, you'll get 75% off.
You'll be able to get 2 5 amp hour batteries, a bag, and a DCB 115 charger for only 79 bucks. But you'll have to be very, very fast because, as always, our Platinum Tool Deal will only work for the first 25 people who use it.
Which is a good reason to be subscribed and click the notification bell so you never miss a deal on Friday night.
The code you need is TS35782. Good luck.
I want to thank EagleFlex, Tested HQ, and Ohio Power Tool for continuing to support our show and our community of tool fans. We could not do this without you.
Now, if you can, go lend a hand to a neighbor this weekend, and Sarah and I will see you next week. So that's a pretty good look, huh?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool.